Now, part of this will also be funding and subsidizing courses in fields that are heavily in demand. Anywhere from partial funding to complete and complete funding. You know, if there's not enough electricians out there and it's holding up the works, then yeah, that's something a responsible society does, is throw money at making more electricians. Sorry, your liberal arts degree is probably not gonna make the cut. But having said that, don't fret, all you artists out there. I do also have a plan that will help you. Myself being a musician, I'm a musician, and I work in the creative field. I do audio and video production for music and bands. So just saying that. But yes, fields such as music and art are not going to be funded. Things like construction, environmental science, infrastructure development, computer programming, things like these, you know. Well, I don't know if they are actually those, because, you know, I don't know if those would be the things. I suspect they would be, or a lot of them would be, but we'd have to look at what is actually in demand. Now, one thing as far as education goes that we really need to consider is the fact that robots will be taking over. Yep, it's Judgment Day. Robots are going to be taking over. So we have to prepare for that. Now, the main problem with how we're approaching automation is it's being pushed entirely by the private sector. There's no motivation within the public sector or within unions for automation, which makes sense. Why unions would be against automation, because they lose jobs, and it makes them less relevant, or not less relevant. It makes them less power. They have less power. What we need to be doing, because this is an inevitability, we're seeing it now, but over the course of the next 30 years, you can't even imagine the types of jobs that are going to be replaced by computers and robots. Our AI and our spatial recognition technology is getting so good that it will be truly astonishing. We need to plan for this, okay? And education is a big part of that. If there is no more jobs, no more convenience store clerk jobs, or if there's no more barista at Starbucks, and if you're just walking up to a machine and pushing a button and getting your thing, you know, 30 seconds later, then there's going to be a whole lot of people that are going to need to learn and need to know how to do something other than pouring a coffee or ringing something in at the cash. In another video, I'll be getting into how to handle and how to deal with the automation related problem, which is actually not a problem. The government wants to treat it like a problem, but it is actually not a problem. If it is done properly, automation will be one of the most beneficial things to ever happen to humanity.